Hello, friends. It is Friday, last day of the traditional work week and last work day of the month of February, moving on to March. So, because it's Friday, we are here for the Friday weekly wrap up, as we are every Friday. If you happen to be watching an archive, thank you so much for being here. You're not going to be able to ask a question, but you may be able to listen and hear something that resonates as truth for you. Hear something that makes sense for you. There is some power in these group readings where if you hear it and it resonates, it's for you, even if it wasn't directed towards you. The room is coming in. I am so happy to see all of you here. Thanks so much for being here. If you would like a card to wrap up the week, go ahead and ask. I will get to as many people as I possibly can. I am so grateful for you for being here. I do want to just give you a heads up. Most of you know about the trolls. You know who the trolls are. Those are the people who, when a reader like me or anyone else who does this is doing a live, they come in and they ask each person to message them. I find them, I block them on my phone, but on some level the damage is already done because there are people who fall for it. And here's the thing. If you fall for this, you direct message this person, they offer to do a reading for you for a donation, you give them money, then they're going to come back and they're going to ask for a whole lot more money. It is a scam. But the thing is, not only does it hurt you, it hurts me. Because when you feed the trolls, they come back because they know that they have an audience here. I just had someone reach out to me to tell me about her story with one of my trolls, as if there was something I could do about it. So, do not feed the trolls. Please, 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 for the love of all that is holy. All right, that's your lecture. Thank you all so much for being here. I see the requests coming in. I will get to you all. I do want to remind you that I have a free class. I have a free class coming up tomorrow on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel, of course, is Christiana Gaudet. All you have to do is be there tomorrow. Be there tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. We're going to spend an hour talking about how we use a pendulum and how we use a pendulum in conjunction with our tarot cards. So whether you know a lot about pendulum, whether you've never worked with a pendulum, whatever, join us. It's free tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time on my YouTube channel. I also want to let you know that all the March events are up. You can find them on my website, Tarot by Christiana Gaudet. No, those are two websites put together. The website we're using right now is tarotbychristiana.com. Go to the events, and you can see all the March events. You can also find them here in the events on my Facebook page. So today I thought it would be fun to use my new favorite deck, which is the Light Seers Tarot. I love this deck. Do you love this deck? And thank you all so much for supporting me. I see a lot of comments coming in. Thank you so much for supporting me in my war against the trolls. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. And Melanie wants to know, is there a class on Zoom? Yes, we have a premium class March 25th, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. You can get your tickets now. It is Clarity in Every Tarot Card. We're going to look at how we use keywords, context, and intuition to give a great tarot reading. So please do join me for that. All right. So first of all, we're going to do a card for the collective. How was the week for all of us? The Seven of Pentacles. So, it's interesting because the Seven of Pentacles in the weight deck is really a reference to the potato famine. In the Crowley deck, it speaks of futility. In this deck, though, it really illustrates it a little bit more the way I see it, that you have to plant seeds. And there's a lot going on under the ground that you can't see before your seeds really start to sprout. And so this week was an energy of setting the stage for the future, of planting the seeds that we need to plant so that we can have prosperity in the future. Maybe you experienced some of that energy this week of feeling like you were trying to make things happen, but things weren't really happening, not the way you wanted, but never fear. You are indeed planting seeds for the future. Okay. Kimberly, never heard about the potato famine connection. Oh, Lee, this week was a disaster for you. I am so sorry, and reach out, we'll talk about it. But clearly there were some ways that you may have planted some seeds for the future that will help you. Okay, and I thank all of you so much for being here. I am going to go through and I am going to take all the requests in the order that I see them. So even if you've said hi, and thank you so much for doing that, or if you've commented, thank you for doing that, I'm only going to do cards for the people who have actually asked for a card. So if you want a card, don't be shy. Ask. Ask for a card. Ask for a reading. Ask for a wrap-up. That's what we're doing today. We are wrapping up the week that was. And I'm going to do them in the order that I see them. Remember that the order that comes in for me may be slightly different than the order that you see. All right. Christina reads, so nice to see you. Right before your exam, and we are all lighting candles and sending prayers and wishing you good wishes on your exam. This is her nursing exam. She's been coming in here. We've gone through nursing school. We have gone through, the final exams of nursing school. You have done so well, and this is the big deal. This is the test that really allows you to practice as a nurse. We know you're going to do well. How do we wrap up the week? Four of Wands reversed. Well, of course, this has been a tough week because you have been on pins and needles all week long, waiting for this very moment. But let's remember that you have everything you need to make this happen, and all of our energy, our magic, our prayers, our well wishes go with you as you take this exam. Okay. Cassia, so nice to see you. I'm so glad you got your second job. That's going to be extremely helpful. You got the wheel reversed for this week. That would typically be called the Wheel of Fortune. So this has been a hard week, and it's been a hard week because you are still cleaning up the mess from some of the misfortunes that you've been through. But the fact is, you're doing it. The wheel is turning. You are moving yourself forward, and that is the right thing to do. So you keep doing that. Marion Kirk, so happy to see you. You get the Eight of Swords reversed. Marion, I feel like this week you came to some healing. You are always so good at being a healer for others, but you are not always great at being a healer for yourself. But this week, I think you did a very, very good job finding some healing and getting rid of some things, letting go of anxiety. And okay, Karen Winkle, this is the test. Okay, I'm narrowcasting right now. Do you know what narrowcasting is in radio? Broadcasting is when you talk to everybody. Narrowcasting is when you talk to just one person. And everyone, please forgive me for this. but Karen knows what I'm talking about. This particular reading at this particular moment is a particular test for a particular thing. Let's see what happens. I'm sorry, everyone else, to be so vague. But Karen knows precisely what I'm talking about. So let us see what the heck happens. Karen, how was your week? The Three of Cups reversed. You have not been feeling the love, my friend. You have not been feeling the love for yourself. You have not been feeling necessarily the love from others. And so it's important going forward that you need to connect with your loved ones. You need to connect with your friends and recognize how much you are loved. And there, we got through it. That was the test. All is well. Okay, Sayani, I'm so happy to see you. So this past week, you might have had some indication that you have support from those that you did not realize you had support from. You might have found at work or at home or amongst friends that someone is there for you, someone is helping you, someone is standing up for you. Maybe it's on the spiritual realm. But this week, I think you experienced more support than you had realized. Always a good thing. Aisha, so nice to see you. Glad that you are here. Hey, you got the chariot. So this is awesome. This suggests that this week you developed some mastery. You were able to move forward. You were able to put things together in a way that allows you to move forward. And that, my friend, is wonderful. Congratulations. Hey, Kim Reed, we got that whole trifecta here today. Good to see you. Or are you a trifecta or a triumvirate? I think you're probably a triumvirate. I think in real English, that's what you are. Okay, Kim Reed, how was the week for you? Hey, Queen of Wands. Seems like things are going well. Seems like you're using your creativity. Seems like you are feeling impassioned as you look to move forward in your life. Very well done. Very well done. Melanie, I'm happy to see you. Melanie, you're the second one to get this. The wheel reversed. There may have been some things that happened this week that were not to your pleasure. There may be some things that you're noticing in your life that are sort of repetitive. Why do I always do this? Why does this always happen to me? And if that is the case, it is a real opportunity for fixing and healing going forward. I'm so happy to see my friend Lee Kenyon here. I hope you're still here with us. Lee is literally one of my oldest friends, and by that I do not mean she is aged. In fact, she is exactly the same age as I am. But we have been friends since 7th grade. And so it's always a delight to see her. Karen, I think I understand the message that was being sent. Sometimes I can be very dense. No, I think you got it. I think you got it. All is well. Okay. Jackie Masters, my friend. Lee, does that mean we're both aged? Depends who you talk to. My 80-year-old friends would say no. My 20-year-old friends might say yes. Okay. Jackie Masters. How was your week, Jackie? The 10 of Cups reversed. Man, it has been an up and down journey for you, my friend. And I'm always pleased. I know how busy you are. I'm always pleased when you can make it to my lives. But, you know, we've seen things getting better. We've seen things being frustrating, back and forth, back and forth. This week, there may have been some frustrations on a personal level. Some frustrations having to do with friends or family members. I hope that's not the case, but it may be. And so the key is just to embrace yourself and the people that you love in healing and know that you are, in fact, moving forward. Kimberly Essex, my good friend. Kimberly and I are in secret talks. Well, we haven't started those secret talks yet, but we're about to be in secret talks about how to figure out how to do some kind of tarot and poetry workshop. I bet some of you here would be interested in that, wouldn't you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we gotta We got to light a fire under our butts and try to get that going. All right, Kimberly, how was your week? The Emperor reversed. Do you have a lousy boss? Do you have a lousy job? Do you hate the government? I don't know. It may have been a tough week for you. There may have been some things that feel unstable. There may have been some things where you have not kind of known how to use your own leadership muscle. But that's the thing, man. You may be dealing with lousy leadership from above. And you may be needing to look at how to be more of a leader yourself. That's the whole thing. Okay, Lee Kenyon, a card for you. So glad you asked. Okay. Lee, how was your week? Was it really a disaster? The Lovers reversed. Lee, you are still learning in many ways how to put things together in your life. And your life is a very interesting mishmash of different things being put together in business, in your relationship, in your family, in all things. And so it may have been a week where it was hard to figure out how to put these things together and how is this ever going to work? And that may make you feel bad. It may make you feel bad about circumstances or about people or situations with people. But let's turn this right side up and recognize that you have the ability to integrate all of the things that need to be integrated in order to make it all work. You have done miraculous things in the past, my friend. And so you will going forward. Jessica Rivera, I'm happy to see you. Jessica, you got the Fool reversed. So this week, you or someone around you may have taken some risks that maybe you shouldn't have this week. This week, you may have additionally sort of had a hard time finding the humor in things or finding how to have fun in things. May not have been the easiest week. Going forward, what you need to do is nurture your inner child and find a way to move boldly forward in ways that might involve a little risk, but not a lot of risk. Okay, Nicole Mezzatasta, I hope I pronounced your name correctly. I apologize if I did not. Hey, Six of Wands, you are the winner. You are the winner. Seriously, this week, you were the winner. You did something or created something or got some recognition for something where you did something great. It might be really obvious in your mind what that was, or it might not be. If it's not, then you really have to think back and think about, where did I win this week? Because I guarantee you, you did. Ajasta, I'm happy to see you. Judgment. So this week, you may have received some recognition for a job well done of the past, and that's a wonderful thing. You may have also had some opportunity to get closure to the past, which is a necessary thing. Okay. Aisha, my 8-year-old daughter wants a card from the Christiana tarot reader. Oh my gosh, how do you refuse a request like that? Aisha, for your daughter, for her week. So this week, you may have had some opportunity maybe to get outside and move around or to see how fast you could run. You may have had an opportunity to communicate with people, to have conversations with people that you enjoy. And you may have had an opportunity to try to do some things that you hadn't done before, that you didn't know how it was going to turn out, but you were brave and you tried it anyway. So you were fast, you were brave, and you were a good friend. All good things to do when you're 8 years old or anytime. Diane, Michelle Tanazzini? How did I do with that one? I hope I pronounced it correctly. I apologize if I did not. Oh, Aisha, thank you so much. It is my pleasure, my great pleasure. I love working with kids. Okay. Diane, how was your week? Page of Wands. This week you may have actually had some fun. You may have learned some new things. You may have had some positive communication. You may have found a way to connect to your own. I'm sorry, there was just a beautiful comment there. It took me off my train of thought. I am really sorry, Diane. You have my attention. I am really sorry. Diane, what I see here is you connecting to your own inner child, remembering that you are creative, remembering that you have a good sense of humor, remembering that you know how to have fun, even in difficult times. And to Ayesha's daughter, I am very happy to be your fairy godmother. I'm very happy to be your fairy godmother. But only you can grant your own wishes. But I'll do my best for you. Okay. Having a good time with 8-year-old love here. What can I tell you? I love kids. Okay. Pamela, I love all of you, all though. No matter how old or young you are, I am so grateful to all of you for being here. Okay, Pamela Thies, happy to see you. How was your week? 8 of Swords reversed, we see improvement. We see healing from anxiety. We see finding some solutions and some ways to move forward. Good for you. You go. Good stuff. Hey, Betty Shannon Flesher. And no, Barrett, you haven't missed yourself yet. Haven't gotten there yet. Glad you have your coffee. Betty, thank you so much for your kind words about my live with Kirsten. Kirsten, last name, Buckholzer. If you have not seen this, this is live on her Facebook page. Just look for her in the tarot world. Kirsten Buckholzer, I think is her last name. We had so much fun talking about tarot and poetry. And then, of course, Kimberly made me write a poem on the spot about the Ace of Wands, which led us into this whole rabbit hole conversation that we probably should not have had, but did. And it was really, really funny. So thank you for that, Betty. Okay. And thank you for still being my friend after that. I was like, gee, I wonder how many friends I've lost after that one. Okay. Betty. King of Cups reversed. Was there a way, Betty, that you were not feeling the love, that you were not feeling the love from other people or having a hard time mustering the love for people? This week may have been emotionally a little bit of a tough week. So make sure this weekend you nurture yourself a whole heck of a lot. That is the important thing. Okay, and thank you all for the reassurance on that live that I didn't put you off by mentioning male parts. Okay. Okay. Laura Goodman. Happy to see you. How was your week? The Knight of Wands reversed. It may have been a little frustrating. You may not have moved forward as quickly as you would have liked. And so it may have been a little difficult. Remember your sense of humor. Remember your creativity. Try not to be discouraged. And Fatima, I'm happy to see you. I haven't gotten to you yet. You did not miss it. Okay, Shauna Stack, happy to see you. Oh, and I'm glad you're joining us for the YouTube class tomorrow. Yes, reminding everyone, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time on my YouTube channel, Christiana Gaudet. Join me for a class on tarot and pendulum. Beginners welcome. Experts welcome. Everybody welcome. Curious skeptics welcome. Everybody. All right, Shauna Stack, I'm happy to see you. Hey, you're the second one to get this today. 8 of Swords reversed this week. I think you did some work to get rid of some stuff that was bugging you. And I feel like you are coming to a better place of healing and openness and even sort of intuitive openness. Oh, hey, Barrett has posted the link, the direct link for my class tomorrow. Thank you, Barrett. Okay, Sonia Banger. We're not doing specific questions today. If you want to do specific questions, join me tomorrow, where I'll be back here live in the afternoon for your Saturday Psychic Sampler. Today, we're doing a card for the week that has passed, but it's interesting. You're asking about your boyfriend. We got the Knight of Cups reversed. So it is possible that some of the ways forward that you're hoping for will not happen. And I wonder if this week there were some kerfuffles in communication regarding your relationship. I'm happy to see you. Iva, an emotional week, but you know what? Page of Pentacles, you got through it. Sometimes you just put one foot in front of the other and you do what you have to do, and that's what you did. Not easy, not fun, but you took care of what you had to take care of. You learned what you had to learn. You took care of your responsibilities. What more could anyone ask during a difficult week? Barrett Ermy, I hope you have your coffee now because it is time for your card. Let's see, what do you have? The Nine of Cups reversed. This was a tough week for a lot of people now, wasn't it? With the Nine of Cups reversed, we certainly do feel like there may have been some frustration or some things not going the way you wanted. I am so sorry. Let's turn that right side up so that you can manifest the things that you want in the week forward. Okay. Hey, Leisha, I'm happy to see you. Leisha, you get the lovers. You know I've been predicting a great relationship for Leisha literally for years. So whenever it happens, I'm taking credit for it. But Leisha, I wonder if anything happened this week that either made you more ready for a relationship. I wonder if you met anyone interesting. I wonder if you're talking to anyone. There's just a good energy around that for you. Okay. Hey, Kristen Davis, happy birthday. Tomorrow is your birthday. How was the week leading up to your birthday? Queen of Wands, very good and powerful. And I think this energy can go right forward towards your birthday, honoring your creativity, honoring your passions, honoring your ability to nurture yourself and others. Okay. Sugar Rivera, nice to see you. Sugar, Three of Pentacles reversed. This may have been a hard week regarding work or things that you were trying to accomplish. Don't let it get to you. Brush off your shoulders. Next week will be better. Hey, my good friend Robin Renee, how are you? Let me pull a card for you. How was your week? Four of Wands, you have found your stability and you're in your groove doing what you need to do. Ain't no one going to take you off that. Well done. Kim Murphy Case, so nice to see you. Thank God it's Friday, huh? How was your week? Judgment, you actually got a lot done. You may have received some recognition from others, and you may have been able to put some closure to things that you need to put closure to. So well done there. Oh, you passed your certification exam, which is great, but you had to put your dog to sleep. I am so sorry, so sorry. Okay. Hey, Karen Reinhardt, so happy to see you. Two of Swords reversed. There are decisions that you've been waffling on for a long time, and I think last week you finally either made the decisions or got some information that you needed in order to be able to do so, and that will move you forward. Vernica, it's so nice to see you. Vernica, the Hermit reversed. So this week, I feel like you may have been able to spend some time talking with or spending some time with friends. And that's a beautiful thing. It is always good, especially in this time of pandemic, to remember who our friends are. And this suggests to me that you are a good friend to others as well. Julie Barrett, my good friend, haven't seen you in so long. Last year at this time, Julie and I were planning to go out for a drink in March. And then there was a pandemic, and we still have not had that drink. But one day we will. Yes, we will. And there may be dancing involved as well. All right, Julie, a card for you. Julie, 10 of Swords, man, you are going through it. There were some things this week that were really, really difficult. And the thing about the 10 of Swords is to recognize that there's nothing, like you've done everything that you can do. That it's okay, that you can learn, that you can move on, that you should not overthink, and that it will be okay. But it's been a rough run, there's no doubt, and it's not your fault. Everything that you have been going through this week and in general is part of what is necessary to get through what you have to get through and to move on to the better chapter. Okay. Okay, very good. Maria Barisi, so nice to see you. Maria, you get the Magician. Don't you love this Magician card? It's one of my favorites ever. So this week, you may have learned some new things. You may have tried some new things. You may have recognized that you have some tools and skills and abilities that you did not know you had. You may have opened up to a new way of thinking or a new opportunity. All good things. Lisa Chirino, nice to see you. Hey, 5 of Wands. So there may have been some conflict for you this week, but it feels like it's on the way toward some creativity and a good resolution and a good way of moving forward. Do not fear conflict. Not all conflict is bad. Sometimes really good things come out of the right kind of conflict. Okay, hey, Uma Elizabeth, my good friend and my psychic daughter. So happy to see you. Not actually my literal daughter. I wish I'd given birth to this one, but I didn't. Did give birth to some nice ones too, though. But someone gave birth to Uma, and she's now, I've adopted her psychically. That's what's going on there. So, Uma, how are you doing? How was your week? Hey, I shuffled, and yet the Magician came up again, and very appropriate for you, because you have really been working on figuring out the ways in which you are magical and the ways in which you can do magic in your life. You go and you do that. Those are your tools. Okay. Okay. Fatima, let's get to you. Couldn't end. I'm getting close to the end of my time. It could not end without a card for Fatima. So happy to see you. So glad that you are here. Hey, 4 of Wands. You are finding your way. You are finding what's going to make you happy. You are finding what's going to keep you stable. You are finding your way forward. There are days you know that and days you don't, but always try to keep that fact in your heart. Okay. Allie Marie, how was your week? Justice reversed. There may have been some things that felt out of balance or downright unfair. I am so sorry for that. I wonder if you even had dealings with like court or something of that nature. One way or the other, the truth will prevail. See, you got 2 cards because you needed it. All will be fine. Just trust yourself, trust your knowledge. You know, everyone says, always trust your intuition, but that's only true if you know what your intuition actually is. Otherwise, trust logic. And I think you are a very intuitive person. You really are. But it's hard to be intuitive for yourself. So make sure you vet your intuition against your logic. Ginny Layton, how was your week? 3 of Wands, man, you are doing it. And I know you're going through a hard time. This has not been easy. But you are on top of it and you are making things happen and you are moving forward. Okay. Very good. So I'm just scrolling here. Okay, Elizabeth, card for Rich's week. How was Rich's week? Judgment. You know, it feels like he may have made some decisions, made some changes, dealt with either his employees or some higher ups in a way of figuring out how to move forward. It may not have been easy, but I think it was ultimately a good thing. Okay, from my perspective, right now, I have answered every request for a card to wrap up the week. If I missed you, I apologize. Please reiterate. If you have been here commenting or just hanging out and have not asked for a card and want to, now is last call. Join me tomorrow on YouTube, 10:30 a.m. on my YouTube channel, Christiana Gaudet. You can go to my website, tarotbychristiana.com. You can book a reading directly there. You can subscribe to my weekly newsletter there, and you can look at the events, see what's going on, get tickets for my free events. You don't need tickets for them, but you can get the tickets if you want. And you can get a ticket for my Zoom class, and you do need a ticket for that one. I want to thank you all so much for being here. Time for one more for you, Billy, of course. Of course, Billy Wolsifer. How was your week? Strength reversed. You had a good week, but there may have been some things that pissed you off. There may be ways that you're trying to figure out how to deal with a certain wildness that you have within you, whether that is anger or some other kind of wildness, how to let that be, but also let it be in a way that works. So figure that out. Martha Vink, absolutely, absolutely. Martha Vink, another one with the 10 of Swords. A hard week for you, Martha. One way or the other, this has been challenging. Maybe you had a lot to process. Maybe you had a lot to do. Maybe there's a lot you're thinking about. Maybe there's a lot that's weighing on you. Remember that while there is a lot of suffering in the world, there's also a lot of reason for hope. And I know you know that, and I know you're good at giving hope to others, and I know you're good at giving comfort to others. But I also know that it takes a toll on you. And this was not an easy week for you, and that's okay. You still showed up and did what you needed to do. Next week, perhaps, will be better. Friends, I want to thank you all so much for being here. As I said, I'll be on YouTube tomorrow, 10:30 a.m., Christiana Gaudet. Please subscribe there. If you haven't liked this video, please do. And please go to my website, tarotbychristiana.com, book a reading, subscribe to my newsletter, check out my upcoming events, get a ticket for my Zoom class coming up on March 25th. I'll be back here tomorrow sometime in the afternoon with your Saturday Psychic Sampler. I appreciate you all very much, and we got through it all. See my little rant about the trolls. We got through it all with no trolls. That was a plus. Thank you so much. Appreciate you all.